Greetings and felicitations.
Okay, here comes the first round.
Boom. And
Jeez, that was just
boom.
unnecessary.
You kidding me? You can't be out of range? What?
Greetings and felicitations, YouTube. Jarl of the Appian Way here. And I'm going to show you, just like the thumbnail said, how to actually hide your chariots. I've been having a lot of fun doing this in battles recently. This is another game I had against Noxi, aka Akhaios. And I'm playing as Phthia. He's playing as Hector. I think this is a classic matchup that we don't see too much of happening anymore. The map here is dry lowlands. It has some very hefty rock formations, very protected positions, and favors some very clever skirmishing play if you go that route. Both of us are going to try to. I took some units that I don't normally bring. Anyway, for my Phthia army, I have 4 renowned Phthyan spears, 2 Aegidian runners hiding in the tall grass. I've got my Myrmidon swordsman back here hiding in the trees. I brought an archer skirmisher hero escorting a Centaur Elders unit. That's right, a unit I almost never bring. I also have an armored giant spearman and a pair of reinforced chariots. And oh wait, what's this? They're hidden? How did I do that? They're in the wide open. Don't you have to put them in trees? No. If you try putting a chariot in the tree, it won't be hidden. It's impossible to hide chariots in terrain. The only way to hide a chariot is to break line of sight. None of those troops out there can see my 2 reinforced chariots, and that is critical to my victory plan in this game. I want him to think I don't have any chariots. Now, my opponent has brought a pair of Trojan warriors, 2 Hector's Chosen, 1 with 2 XP, 1 with 1. He's also brought a pair of renowned swordsmen, escorting a fighter vanquisher hero. Bold move to pick a fighter vanquisher hero against Phthia. You never know when your Phthyan enemy is going to bring Achilles. There's the renowned archers here, 2 champions of Troy, and 2 heavy Trojan chariots. Now, why is it bold to pick a fighter vanquisher hero? Well, this is a dueling hero, and there is no better hero for dueling than Achilles, which is in the Phthyan roster. So he took a gamble, and he was right this time. So he has a grand total of 831 to mine 935. Balance of power slightly, looks like, slightly to the left, slightly in his favor. We'll see, we'll see. Now here's my strategy, what I'm doing right now. I've decided I wanted to move up my armored giant spearmen to be wherever the heavy Trojan chariots were. He sees the maneuver coming, so he's actually going to pull back his chariots. And I'm being very careful because I know that there's renowned archers out here. They could just get in a position to start shooting me. So I'm holding down the spacebar. I see their range. I'm actually going to start falling back to the other side of this rock formation because that looks like that's where the heavy Trojan chariots are going to go. I move my hero and the Centaur Elders up here. I'm hoping I can get opportunities to start shooting at stuff, especially champions of Troy. The hero has fantastic arrows for exactly this task, and here goes his first shot. Only kills 1 that time, but sometimes you can kill up to like 5 or 6 with each arrow. I'm still moving these guys out this way. One of my chariots I noticed got detected, so I'm going to move it away from my other one, which is still hidden. And I'm just going to go ahead and show its position over here. He's going to go ahead and position his chariots back down this way again. My Centaur Elders are going to start opening fire on them. And they'll deal okay damage. They're actually leaving their own bloody trails in their wake as they drive along. This is a good opportunity for my Centaur Elders to catch a little bit of value. Not a lot, just some. It looks like they're actually going to try crossing all the way over to the left. I think what my opponent saw was I only had 1 reinforced chariot and an armored giant spearman, and I think he thought that was the end of it. So he's going to start moving both of his heavy Trojan chariots out this way. He's right; they'll beat my reinforced chariot and a giant armored spearman, maybe the armored giant spearman. But I see this as an opportunity. I'm going to move up my heavy infantry, hold off this choke point here. I'm going to let him keep thinking he has the advantage here. I even go so far as to fall back some. I'm paying close attention to see if my other reinforced chariot has been seen or not yet. It's a hidden unit for me still. I'm trying to take advantage of it. He falls back the last second. I think he didn't like that I was falling back this way, but I turn around my giant spearmen and I put them on fire at will so they can throw off some javelins, and they are going to get a couple off here. It doesn't look like any of them were hits. My reinforced chariot's still hidden. My hero came up here to try trading some shots with somebody, just trying to catch a little bit of attention, keep his eyes off my reinforced chariots. He can now see them. I activate my ambush. He attacks my armored giant spearman, and I'm going to get my reinforced chariot into the other heavy Trojan chariot. We'll trade for a little while, but with the armored giant spearman pinning this heavy Trojan chariot in place and losing for it, and now here comes the reinforced chariots. Look at them fall apart. Huge victory for me on this flank because of this, and now I'm going to start moving my Aeginian runners over this way so I can start using their javelins in this as well. He gets his Hector's chosen out here, and I'm going to try and just get my reinforced chariots to just run this over. Just a beautiful move, I think, on his part, trying to reinforce his chariots before he loses them. And he doesn't take a lot of damage from me for it, but there's a good hit. Another big rundown. I've got my Aeginian runners out here to try and help this out. They're throwing in their javelins into this mess. My reinforced chariots are in an okay spot. This one's not doing so hot with the other heavy Trojan chariot. This chariot's gotten through on the other side of the Hector's chosen. As you see here, they're definitely losing. They're taking a lot of javelin fire from my Aeginian runners for this. This is a sword infantry unit, but they have the javelins. Might as well use them on those Hector's chosen. I've gotten my armored giant spearmen stuck in the Hector's chosen. Not great for them. They will lose that fight. This heavy Trojan chariot's broken. Going to fall back in here. This one is also broken. I broke both of them. Trojan warriors still in reserve. And here comes the Trojan infantry. I've been able to keep my renowned flying spears pretty much in, a locked up position here. I've got my Centaur elders trading fire with the renowned archers. Very soon I'm going to give them an attack order to go after this renowned archer. I thought they were going to go this way. They instead start maneuvering this way. I don't want that. So they're gonna double back and go all the way back around and eventually become valuable, I hope. So I had to flee the fighter vanquisher here with my archer skirmisher. I've got my myrmidon swordsman. I've now revealed that I have them. It was another cheeky little ambush play on my part. Going to get them down here. They're going to help me clean up these renowned swordsmen and the champions of Troy. Meanwhile, out here, heavy Trojan chariots have come back. They're dealing rear attack damage to one of my reinforced chariots. My other one, I'm trying to use my reinforced chariots to kill as many of Hector's chosen as I can. I'm running away from them with the Aeginian runners because they'll just lose. I did get this armored giant spearman back. That's lucky for me. I can use it to attack some of these heavy Trojan chariots. As you can see here, I'm taking so much damage from those chariots. And I'm actually going to rout. I'm probably going to lose both my chariots. Really heartbreaking for me because I worked so hard to win that chariot battle, and I still ended up losing. I do have my archer skirmisher hero out here now, though, to help me kill off some of the Hector's chosen. I am just going to have to use my Aeginian runners at some point to hold the line. But he has the chariot advantage now, and these are light infantry. I'm sprinting for the tree line. I'm hoping he'll attack me and leave them on an attack order, and that my Aeginian runners will get the benefits of the trees to help them win against those chariots. Meanwhile, the mainline infantry battle is going well for me. Renowned Phthia spears, look at them. It says here that they're losing, but they're holding on really well against double champions of Troy right here. This is huge for me. I finally get my Centaur elders where I want them, and they're going to go ahead and deal horrific casualties to the renowned archers. And they're also really good in melee, too. Here comes the charge. Enjoy. Big hit. Huge hit. A bunch of dead renowned archers. Centaur elders looking good. They'll do just fine, and then they'll soon be able to put their attacks into the rear of this. The heavy chariots of Troy, they've bypassed my Aeginian runners completely. Thank God I just beat the renowned swordsman. It allowed me the chance to turn my renowned Phthia spears around, put their shields on their back, and just charge in. Heavy infantry versus heavy chariots. Heavy infantry wins. And that's why I'm very glad about this circumstances here. The fighter vanquisher hero is broken. I was able to turn around all three of these renowned Phthia spears. That instantly shatters this heavy Trojan chariot. It's about to shatter this heavy Trojan chariot. Now I've got Hector's chosen to deal with. They have bonus versus spears. It's a very good situation for them. But now I'm chasing them with the Aeginian runners because I have them between the rock and a hard place at this point. And that's the name of these boulders over here, rock and hard place. No, I'm kidding, of course. Here comes my archer skirmisher hero. He's going to get down here. He's going to provide fire support. I've got those Hector's chosen pinned and rear attacked. I've got Myrmidon swordsmen against champions of Troy. I've got two renowned Phthia spears now to face another champion of Troy. And my Centaur elders are cleaning up what's been left over. And oh, look! It was at this stage I finally saw the Trojan warriors. And my reaction to my enemy was, oh, hey, Trojan warriors. I didn't realize I had my armored giant spearman back that whole battle, I guess. Just never knew. I'm desperately trying to kill the fighter vanquisher. That's what I have the Centaur elders doing. They're going to shoot the champions of Troy for me while trying to melee attack the fighter vanquisher hero. And we got the call. My opponent was already telling me GG. I had kind of cleaned him up all over the battlefield. My Archer Skirmisher hero with 54 kills. My Centaur Elders gunning down everybody with their bows and helping me to chase off this hero. The Trojan Warriors, low on morale, but they shattered the Armor Giant Spearmen. Good for them. It was a very big surprise for me at the very end of the battle to be like, oh, hey, look, Trojan Warriors. I don't think he used them early enough. I think he held on to them way too long. And as far as which player had the most tricks up his sleeve, that was me, and that's why I won that battle. And that's how you can hide chariots. Because so many people keep trying to hide their chariots in trees, and it doesn't work like that. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at some of the end battle results here. As you can see, my reinforced chariots, 4 kills, 18 kills. Granted, they were against heavy Trojan chariots. I just wish they could have done better. I was so proud of that chariot ambush with the support of the Armor Giant Spearmen. I thought they would get the better of it, but him putting the Hector's Chosen out there, while it was damaging for them in the long run, it was the right call. They were more than enough to tip the balance in his favor. He bought the battle, basically. By buying a battle, that's where it doesn't matter how good one unit is against another unit. If you send enough points there, you'll win. He bought the battle. So I had 2,200 plus 800 and something. So I had about 3,000 points of forces out there before the Aeginian runners. He had 2,400 in his chariots, and then he slapped on an additional 3,000 to make it 5,400 points. He put much more of an investment in that battle. And that's why he was able to win it, even though I got my ambush off. Anyway, I hope you guys found that entertaining and educational. Good game to you, Noxi. That was a lot of fun. All of the games I had against you that day, he beat me in all the other battles. But of course, I'm not showing those. Ta-ta. I love you all. And I'll show you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.